Welcome Money Finders, enriching the lives of people you touch. 12 steps to financial freedom. How to be good with money. Achieving financial freedom is a goal for many people. It generally means having enough savings, investments, and cash on hand to afford the lifestyle we want for ourselves and our families, and a growing nest egg that will allow us to retire or pursue the career we want without being driven by earning a certain amount each year. Unfortunately, too many of us fail to achieve it. We are burdened with increasing debt, financial emergencies, profligate spending, and other issues that thwart us from reaching our goals. And we encounter unexpected events such as the pandemic that overturn our plans and reveal holes in the safety nets we tried to weave for ourselves and our families. Trouble happens to nearly everyone, but these 12 steps can put you on the right path. Money Finders. The more subscribers we get again, the better and more content we can continue making. Subscribe. Number 10. Invest for the future. Many people assume they need a large income to achieve financial freedom, but that isn't necessarily true. There is a big distinction between high-income people and wealthy people. Harris says, some households with high incomes may carry substantial debt, ensuring they will never be wealthy. Meanwhile, other wealthy families may have modest incomes. Rather than amassing wealth through their income or an inheritance, many people become wealthy because they save and invest money consistently throughout their lives. There are a number of investing options, including bonds, stocks, mutual funds, and annuity products. A financial advisor can help you determine which options are right for your financial needs. Number 9. Set realistic financial freedom targets. Financial freedom is not attained overnight. It is a journey that takes time and perseverance. At first, it might seem like a huge mountain to climb. Don't aim for financial freedom within a month or a year. Break it up into pieces. Set yourself realistic milestones and small targets that you would like to achieve along the way. Your targets should be determined by the budget you need and the lifestyle you aspire for. Set a financial target with a time frame that is realistic. For instance, a target might be to cover 10% of your monthly budget through other sources of income than your salary within half a year. This is something you know you can work towards. Make small targets to start with. If you aim for small achievements in the beginning, it does not mean that it will take you an eternity to reach your final goal. Hence, 10% in half a year doesn't mean it will take you 5 years to reach 100%. Your targets will grow as you achieve each goal because you will learn along the way. Just be sure to have targets with dates that you can work towards. Include those on your vision board as well, so you can focus your attention and efforts on them. Number 8. Begin to think positively about money. Part of becoming rich involves thinking positively about money. Thinking negatively about money is an emotional obstacle that you must eliminate in order to achieve financial freedom. You must eliminate the thoughts that having more money leads to evil or that money can't buy you happiness. When you begin thinking positively about money, you'll attract opportunities and open up more doors than you ever thought possible. Number 7. Automate your finances. Over the past few years, I've been moving toward a system of paperless personal finance. Along the way, I'm learning the value of automating routine transactions. When you make things automatic, you remove the human element, making it more difficult for you to mess things up. The classic example is overdraft protection. By tying your checking account to your savings account, you have a safety net if you bounce a check. But there are other ways this can work for you. For example, I've set up automatic payments with the gas company, the cable company, and my auto insurance company. I also make automatic deposits to my online savings account. One terrific advantage to automation: when you pay your bills and do your saving and investing automatically, it's easy to tell how much you have left over to spend at the end of each month. Number 6. Eliminate debt. True financial freedom can only be found when your debt balance stands at 0. The exception here is mortgage debt, which is, in our opinion, the only acceptable debt to have. All other debts should cease to exist. However, and it's up to you to make it happen. Make a list of all your debts and tackle them one at a time. You can sort them by balance or interest rate, focusing your efforts on either the lowest balance or the highest interest rate item before moving on to the next one. Throw all the extra money you can at that one debt, while continuing to make minimum payments on the others. Once the first debt is paid off, take that money and add it to the minimum of the next bill until it's paid off. Keep at it until all the debt is gone. Will this take some time? Absolutely. It took you a while to accrue the debt, and it's going to take you a while to pay it off too. But with enough motivation, you will do exactly this. Number 5. Set life goals. What is financial freedom to you? A general desire for it is too vague a goal. Get specific. Write down how much you should have in your bank account, what the lifestyle entails, and at what age should this be achieved. The more specific your goals, the higher the likelihood of achieving them. Next, count backward to your current age and establish financial mileposts at regular intervals. Write it all down neatly and put the goal sheet at the very beginning of your financial binder. Number 4. Consider using a financial advisor. Not everyone needs a financial advisor. For instance, if you're just starting out in life and don't have any savings or investments, an advisor may be limited in the type of assistance they can provide. However, for everyone else, an advisor can help you make smart money decisions that will advance your financial goals. Number 3. Create passive income. Passive income is any income that you have that is not directly related to a job that you do. The word passive might be a bit deceiving since nothing is earned with no effort at all. Nonetheless, passive income requires a minimal effort, hence it does not require your daily attention to work. There are various ways you can create passive income. Some of those are through real estate investing, stocks and bond dividends, affiliate marketing, etc. We will not elaborate on the different ways in this video. However, we've done a video on passive income before. Check out the link in the description box below. An important aspect of creating passive income is to ensure that it is diversified. Do not put all your money and effort into one stream of income. If something goes wrong with that particular source, all your passive income might be at risk. Reduce your risk of overspending on one type of passive income by spreading your money and effort. Ensure you're not over-dependent on any single one of your passive income sources. Number 2. Live below your means. Mastering a fragile lifestyle by having a mindset of living life to the fullest with less is not so hard. Indeed, many wealthy individuals developed a habit of living below their means before rising to affluence. This isn't a challenge to adapt a minimalist lifestyle or a call to action to head to the dumpster with things you have hoarded over the years. Making small adjustments by distinguishing between the things you need and the things you want is a financially helpful habit to put into practice. Number 1. Create a budget. This one sounds like something your parents might tell you, but hey, your parents didn't get to where they are not knowing what they were doing. Having a clear budget is an essential step towards financial freedom. Not having a budget is like throwing darts in the dark and hoping to hit the bullseye. To make a budget, start by listing high categories of spending. Usually, these will include the following categories: shelter expenses, living expenses, hobbies and fun, gifts expenses. Try to fill in those categories with subcategories and attach a monetary value to each. Some things may vary. For instance, for gifts, you might not know the exact amount you will spend each month. Try to look over the last 3 months and average out the amount you spend on gifts per month. If you have the feeling it is too low, raise it a bit. It is better to spend less than your budget than more. You might not get your budget right the first time. It is an ongoing process and requires a bit of trial and error before you get a good grip on it. Bonus tip: invest in yourself. Listen to audio programs in your car. The average person spends 500 to 1,000 hours per year behind the wheel. By turning your car into a university on wheel, you can become one of the most knowledgeable and most skilled person in your profession. Purchase courses on money management and read books on personal finance, and find articles and video online about money. Very soon, you'll have so much knowledge in the area of money that people will come to you for advice. Conclusion: financial freedom can help you take ownership of your finances and, more importantly, your life. It's about living within your means, being a bit fragile, and making sure that money is spent on things you really need, like food, shelter, and even vacations. Relaxation is important too, you know. By following the financial freedom tips in this video, you'll inch closer to achieving the financial freedom you deserve. So take a look at those finances, build additional streams of income, pay down debt, and before you know it, you will be free. Money finders, we hope you have enjoyed this video. Keep the discussion going in the comment section. Find us on all social media platforms. Like and subscribe to support our channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.